Good morning. This is Margaret Fetty at the University of Sewing at the Tailored Fit and its Facebook Live. Welcome everybody. I am so thrilled to be here with you, and I want to tell you, I was supposed to tell you this yesterday, but we had so many other things to tell you about I forgot. So today is Super Sew Saturday, and well, according to this, it's Super Sew Day. But I want to call it Super Sew Saturday because it's Saturday. Wouldn't that have been a better? They're just silly. Sometimes Bernina is very silly. So Super Sew Day today, and we are going to be live streaming at the shop this particular Amanda Murphy presentation. And I have the link in our emails. I also have it on our event page. So if you go to our sales and events, you can go there and you can click on the link. It is going to start at 1 p.m. Central Time. That makes it noon here in Bloomington. If you're on the West Coast, that's going to make it, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, probably 3. So if you guys want to watch this, the really cool thing is that you can come in next Saturday and get a coupon for a free pattern. Actually, 3 free patterns that are going to be demonstrated on this live stream. We've got the room set up so that you guys can sit here and watch it if you want to. Of course, if you want to watch it at home, that's fine. I'm not offended. Do what you want, but we would love to see you. So don't hesitate to come in. So today we are going to talk about some new things going on in the shop. I've got some new products we're offering. I've got a gift for those of you who share. We've got the Threads magazine. If you've never seen Threads magazine, it is the best sewing magazine on the market, in my personal opinion. Yes, we just recently started advertising with them, but the fact of the matter is that's not really why I'm saying that. I really believe in this magazine. I have gotten it for years. In fact, I'm to the point right now where I think I have almost every issue except for some of them at the very beginning of their publication. And so if you're getting rid of your Threads magazines and you want to give me that first year, I'd take it.
Hey, Margaret, now does everyone get a Threads magazine, or is it a drawing?
It is a drawing. Those of you who, this is the last one I have in the shop right now. And I want to make sure it goes to one of our Facebook viewers. This is for sharing our video. And I'm sorry I wasn't clear about that. Dave always makes sure I clarify myself here. But you will get this if you share our video, and go ahead and make sure that you note to us that you've shared, and then we can make sure we get this to the person who wins this. So that is for starters here. And I'm going to set that aside, and then look at all the cool stuff I've got on the table. So let's start off where I kind of left off last week. I told you that we were going to get some more fabric for some of our kits. We now have 3 unicorn kits, and then we're done. So go and Dave, show them the beautiful quilt we made out of
Why don't you walk over there and show the details?
Oh my God, it's so beautiful. The center panel is the feature of this. It has very, very easy to sew blocks on the side. There's 6 of them. The rest of it is all straight line piecing. So nothing hard, it's just sashing. This is a panel that you're going to sash around. So everything about this is really simple. There's no mitered corners. There's no unusual piecing, tricky things that you have to worry about. It's really simple to put together. We've got this all put together and ready to go. And really, I've got 3 of these. So if you want it, this is a really good time to get it. We also have some pillowcases that we've done out of what was left over of the stripe fabric. This is the stripe right here with the stripe up there. So we made some pillowcase patterns for you, some pillowcase kits, so you can do that too. So you can get the kit, make the quilt, and do the pillowcases, and somebody is going to just love you to death for making this for them.
Margaret, who did this sample?
This was all completed. I mean, the piecing and the quilting were all done by Heather Alexander. She is our expert on long arm quilting, and we asked her to do this for us. Of course, we paid her to do it. She appreciated that part of it, I'm sure. But she did this for us, and we're really pleased with how it turned out. So I want you to know that, like I said, there's only going to be 3 more of these, and then I think we're done. If we get a really big call for more of it, I might get the line again, like I did for the dragons, because I had so many people coming in and they saw the dragon quilt and they just fell in love with it. So we've got the dragon kits available for you now. And that is the quilt up there that we're talking about, the dragon. So the dragon, it is also pretty easy piecing. The only part that's a little tricky are the mitered corners. So those are a little tricky, but this has got a center panel with a dragon, 2 dragons actually in flight. It looks kind of like they're fighting a little bit, maybe not. You can't really 100% tell. They are in around a castle, and then there's some really cool individual dragons that are highlighted in this, and the piecing for the blocks is really simple. We have got several of these kits available. Also, we have some pillowcases available of this. So if you are looking for a really cool project for someone in your life who you know likes dragons or likes unicorns, this is going to be such a nice kit for you. We are adding more kits all the time because we're coming up to Christmas. And I figure that there's going to be a lot of people. You can have the kit as a present, or you can have the kit as something that you do and make for someone. And it's so nice because you have everything ready to go. It's in a bag. Your pattern comes free with each one of these kits, and you are ready to go and have your kit. All you have to do is some minor cutting, and you can start sewing right away. So I wanted to point out these gorgeous fabrics that we just got from Robert Kaufman. Those are going to be like the best blenders ever. They're really pretty. They have a very subtle flower in them, but when you get away from it a little bit, it just looks more like an overall pattern with a little bit of variation. They're really pretty. We've got a wonderful color selection. Everything from kind of a gorgeous ivory to burgundy to a really cool looking kind of charcoal blue color. So that's really nice. You've got, there's lots of greens in this line. So for those of you who are looking for a great blender for your project, this might be the perfect fabric. I also got some really cool stuff in from Free Spirit. So Free Spirit just came out with what they call is their tailored line. This is a Tim Holtz line, and I'm going to unravel this. So on this one, like a lot of Tim Holtz fabrics, it's got lots of writing on it, and it talks about men's fine dress shirts, and we can fit tall and slim and short and stout, and it just has a lot of really fun writing all over it, and you know, the lines on here. So that's really fun. They also, in this particular line, have a wonderful group of, it's the instructions pretty much for a model airplane. So if you have somebody in your life who is very fond of airplanes, maybe they made model airplanes as a kid, this might be something really fun for you to have in a quilting project for them. But you know, it's 100% cotton, so you could even do a little shirt or something, or how about an apron? That would be awesome. So the other ones that come in that line are this wonderful group. It almost looks like typesetting. It's very beautiful. And notice it's meant to look vintage and old. It's got some, the idea of the different colorations through it. So there's that. For those of you who love math, or maybe those of you who don't, this one's all about multiplication tables. And maybe you need to put this on a pillow for one of your kids at home. I don't know, maybe. So this is really fun. So this is all multiplication tables on graph paper. And then a wonderful group of, this is so cool. I love this. It is the world. It's wonderful laid out maps with all kinds of longitude and latitude lines on it. It's got all kinds of city names on it. I think this is really interesting. All of these are really nice because they have this kind of off-white background. The lettering is all done in either just subtle shades of gray, a little bit of a pinky color going through it. Very nice, but I saved the best for last because this is the one I'm going to do something with, and I'm looking for suggestions, guys. I'm thinking about this, but it says it's all sewing instructions. So unfortunately, for some reason, they went and ruled this one differently than the other, so I'm having a harder time showing it to you. But it says sewing instructions on it, and it's got pattern pieces and how to gather, and it's just got some really fun things in there. Some dress form looking things in it. So very cool fabric, a lot of fun. There's a wonderful stripe going through this one, so it kind of looks almost like pillow ticking. So maybe this would make a really cool pillow, but I had one of the young ladies who works for me, she said she wants to recover her ironing board in this. So I thought that was a clever idea. The last one that came with this one, which was really interesting, and I wasn't expecting it, was this beautiful fabric right here. It is so gorgeous, and I'm not sure that I'm going to necessarily use this with it, but this is just absolutely beautiful. Probably one of my favorite fabrics in the shop right now. I really like this. It's got a gorgeous kind of, it's pretty much black, but it has a purple back tone to it, and it has these little tiny stars in between those diamonds. So that was really interesting. And then I think this must be part, I'm trying to figure out where we got this one from in the whole thing, because we only got one bolt of this, and I think we're going to get more of it. But it was interesting because we did get this one bolt, and I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's got some really gorgeous colors in it and a lot of brightness to it, even though in general I wouldn't necessarily say it's really bright. But this is Free Spirit, and it's called Stillness in Nature by Denise Burkett. So I'm hoping we're going to get more of this. I don't know. For some reason, we only got one bolt. So that's all I can tell you about that really strange little thing. But it was gorgeous, so I wanted to make sure you saw it. And these other ones, we need to do something really cool. I like want to wallpaper all the walls with it or something. It's really, they're fascinating. There's just so much to see on every one of them. I think that's the really cool thing about Tim Holtz fabric, is that you can never see everything on it. Okay, we're going to finish up with 3 incredible pieces of clothing fabric we just got in. So these are tinsel, and the tinsel is, I've been meaning to do this because this was put on here very oddly. So the tinsel is not see-through. But it is fairly lightweight. It has an amazing drape. I mean, can't you see this in a gorgeous pair of wide leg pants, or a dress, or a jacket, or even a tunic top? I think that this fabric is just beautiful. And it's so denim-y looking. Look at that drape. It's gonna be just so pretty. So we do not have a lot of yardage of this one. So if you like it and you think it is something you want, this is from France. And what's really cool is we have a companion piece for this. So we're going to put that back on there. And this is the companion piece. And it also has this amazing drape to it. It is the exact same fabric, but it has a silver stripe going through it. So think about a dress out of the solid, or maybe a dress out of this, and then the jacket out of the solid. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? I mean, this is so pretty. This could be a jacket or a top, or, I mean, what about, you know, the pants idea I had? Well, make yourself a top, tunic top out of this, and then do your pants out of the solid. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? So these are both from France. They're very, very nice. And what I would say to you is, because of the limited yardage, don't wait too long in getting those fabrics. They are online right now for you. So, and if you put in, I believe, the word tinsel, they should come up. But give me a second. I'm going to look at the tag here and make sure that I don't goof you up here. Yeah, they're called denim tinsel. So both of them have those two words in it. So you can search for them that way. So that should make it really easy for you to find it. Now, just to make it a little more fun, how about a really amazing wool from Italy? And this actually, in my opinion, the solid, you could wear these together. So this is a printed wool. It's really beautiful on both sides. So I don't think you'd have to line this unless you just find wool scratchy. But it has, I'm going to unroll some more here so you can see just the kind of drape that happens in this fabric. Of course, it's heavier because it's a wool. And it's actually probably like a coating fabric is what I would say. Really, really, really pretty fabric. So if you want to sample, if you want to see the colors in person because you can't get to the shop, I can send you a sample. That's not a big deal of any of these. Anytime you see a fabric online and you're wondering if it's something you would like to use, you want to see the weight, you want to see if it's see-through or not, you want to see if it's draping the way you want, let me know what you want the sample for. If it's just for color, I'll probably send you a smaller sample. But if you want to see some drape, I'll send you a longer one so you can see what it drapes like. But we have some sample of this so that you can go ahead. Again, what I've got is what I've got. I don't think that there's going to be any more of this. This particular wool right here is from Italy, and it's called a reversible printed wool is what you'll find it under. And see, this is the back. And the back is just this really interesting kind of basket weave kind of woven texture to it. So you can really see the texture on that side. But this doesn't feel terribly scratchy to me. I don't think I'd mind wearing this, but I do know some people's skin is really sensitive. So if you wanted to, of course you can line it. And if you don't, then you could use it without that because the back is so nice. So I think that covers everything.
Couple more things.
Couple more things. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about the coolest thing.
But also, what about next to you, the new thread you got in?
Oh, I did forget about the thread. Okay, let's talk about Deco Bob. All right, Deco Bob is something, Wonderfill is a amazing quality thread that has been out on the market for a little while. And I've been kind of looking at them and deciding, because I think I've told you before, getting a group of threads is very expensive. You wouldn't believe what I paid for this display. So what we've done is we've kind of been waiting until we found something really special. This is it. So Deco Bob, these are 2,000 meter spools. It's an 80 weight thread. Now, most of you go, well, 80 weight, what am I going to do with an 80 weight? That's so thin. It is so thin. It's very thin and very beautiful, but this has been engineered in such a way that it's very strong. So one of the things that's really unusual about this fabric is you can piece with it for your quilts. You can go ahead and do machine quilting with this. You can use it for bobbin thread and for your top thread. You can do machine embroidery with this. This is kind of like the best of all worlds. It has a very thin hand so that when you piece something, you don't feel the seams. And it's actually very reasonably priced. So if you look and see what some of the other things out on the market are priced, this is very reasonable. Our 1,000-meter spools of Isocor, which I love Isocor, but that's almost $6 a spool. Then if you get 2 spools, then you see it's $12. Well, this is only $10.60. So it's a really good price point. It's certainly worth trying out. It comes in a wide variety of colors, but this is the colors it comes in. It doesn't come in any more than what you see right here. So hopefully going forward in the future, they'll come up with some more colors. But I think they're trying this out and see if people like it as much as, I mean, we've tried it out and we're really impressed with it. So you can do your machine quilting, you can do a lot of different things. Now, the one thing I haven't had a chance to test it with is doing clothing construction, because what I'm really excited is this might be the perfect thread to sew our rayons and our silks with. But I've got to test it out because I want to make sure that those construction seams are good. I think they will be fine, but I want to make sure of that before you go. If you're thinking about that for those 2 projects, I want you to wait on that until we can do a little more investigating. But this is wonderful for the art quilt person. It's just a really lovely thread to go with your fabric. So I would highly recommend it for applique artists, for someone who's doing some thread painting, things like that. I think it's going to be perfect. So the last of what I want to remember to tell you about today. Yesterday we had a wonderful time, and I want to do a shout out for our Martinsville Quilters Guild. They're actually called the Morgan County Schoolhouse Quilters. And they did a show over at the Morgan County, they had it over at the Morgan County Fairgrounds. And they're having this weekend, it was yesterday, today, and tomorrow, they're doing the Fall Foliage Festival. They've got people selling pumpkins, they've got all kinds of little vendors out there, but they've got the quilt show. And the quilt show will make you happy. It was just such a lovely quilt show. There's some beautiful, beautiful pieces in it. And most of the work out there, when you walk through that show, it'll just make you smile. It's just a lovely group of things. There are quilt shows in the 4-H building, and they are going to be there today and tomorrow. So if you're local and you have you want to go and do something fall, wonderful time of year to enjoy, and the weather today is supposed to be amazing. So it's going to be in the low 80s. So you couldn't ask for a prettier day. So go and enjoy the quilt show if you can. If you have the time to come over here and watch the live stream with Amanda Murphy, we'd love to see you. We're going to be here all day until 5 o'clock. And on Monday morning, guess what I get to do? I'm going to go up to see the Mudsock Quilters Guild up in, oh my goodness. I'm going to go and do the Mudsock Quilters Guild meeting on Monday morning, and that is going to be up in Fishers. And so I'm going to get to go see them, and we're going to talk about how to take care of your sewing machine. So everybody, we have some great deals going on sewing machines right now. If your machine is frustrating you and you're not getting the use out of it because you keep on sitting down and getting frustrated, I've got really wonderful sewing machines that will help you. We've got top loaders with our Bernina line. We've got front loaders with the Berninas. I mean, we've got a large selection here. We've got it in stock right now. I wanted to make sure we took good care of you for the holidays. So if you're looking for a machine, you're not sure what you want, we'll sit down and we'll help you look at all the different options and make sure you get what you need. I want you to know that we are really appreciative of all of you watching. Thank you for sharing. We're at universityofsewing.com. Please go there and shop with us. We love we love it that you shop with us from all over the country. We've sent things this past week to Mississippi and to Texas and to Louisiana. I can't even believe all the places we're sending stuff to.
Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii. I forgot Hawaii. How could I forget Hawaii? I've never been there. I keep on telling Dave I want to see Hawaii at least at some point in time. Anyway, we are here. We're available. If you want to have us deliver whatever it is you want into your car, we're still doing that. So do what you are comfortable with. Come and see us, and we will see you next Friday at Facebook Live. And thanks again, everybody. We'll see you then.